All right, YouTube. All right, it's part two. I told y'all it would be a part two. So I left off on Anthony Carmanda. I think, sorry again if I, mispronounce it or anything like that. I'm going to try to hurry up and keep this thing rolling. Got a few more questions. All right. Jackson Bear 1 says, besides the Raiders, what other LA teams do you like? I like the Clippers. Not really big on the Lakers, but I respect Kobe Bryant. And it is, tragic what's going on with the Lakers. And it doesn't even seem like the, real Lakers. But I like those teams. I'm not really a baseball fan, so can't, weigh in on the Dodgers or anything like that. But yeah, I think that those are the teams I like in LA. Garrick Maliko. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong yet again. Would you rather go into space with all your homies or go to space with Miss Russo? Miss Russo, I will give her that D. I'm going to penetrate that pussy. Oh, goddamn. Ah, man. That has to be on my bucket list. I'm going to have to fuck her one day. I don't care. And she's married too. Shit. Husband's a lucky man, Miss Russo. Your husband is a lucky man. INC Music asks, what is the best Raider game you ever saw? Best Raider game I ever saw. So, like I said, I wasn't alive during all the other great games, but the best Raider game I saw was in 2011. And it was a game where Al Davis passed away, and we had to play the Houston Texans. And this is when the Houston Texans were good, and everybody didn't pick us to win this game. The Raider Nation was sad. We just lost the greatest, owner ever in sports history. And we were losing in the first half. We came back in the second half, and just the way we were coming back and we were scoring, and, it was on the 5 or 4 yard line, 1 second left, Matt Schaub. We only had 10 defenders out there, and the way I saw Matt Schaub throw the ball, I saw the dude was wide open. I saw him. And then once the ball starts coming, I see Michael Huff coming in out of nowhere and grabbing an interception. And that, to me, was the best game I've ever witnessed as a Raider fan. Almost started crying. It was emotional for the whole Raider Nation. Mark Davis was crying. Hugh Jackson was crying. Some of my friends were saying they was crying. That was the best game I've ever seen as a Raider fan. And I will never forget that. That's something that sticks with me, So thank you for asking that. City 209 says, how do you think the rap game would be if Tupac and Biggie were still alive? Now, this is just my opinion. The majority of people think that, Tupac is the greatest rapper of all time, and I'm one of those people. But I think if let's just say both of these dudes didn't die, and, and it's 2014, all those years and all those decades of them making music, me and my personal opinion, I think Biggie would have started outshining Tupac. The reason why, I think he has better flows and lyrics, but that's just me. And he only put out like 2 or 3 albums, so we didn't really get to see Biggie in his prime or anything like that. Tupac, his resume is a little bit bigger of all the, the albums he had. And then when he died, this dude, it's like every week there's a new song of Tupac, even though he's dead. So I think if he would have had time, I think Biggie could have outshined him a little bit, but that's just my personal opinion. Wes Matic TV asks, hold on, let me try to memorize it, all right, he asks, what do you think would be the most beneficial for the team if Dennis Allen took us to the playoffs further? Should we still drop him or should we keep him? That is a good question. This is me personally. I don't like Dennis Allen. A lot of Raider fans don't like Dennis Allen. Some do, some don't. I don't like Dennis Allen that much. But I think if he took the team to the playoffs this year, I would say give him the contract extension. Just because of the fact I'm tired of all this coaching. He's the coach. This guy's the coach. This guy gets fired. I'm tired of that shit. Like I said, I am sick and tired of it. Kind of like with the quarterback issue. I'm sick and tired of this should be the quarterback. That should be the quarterback. I just want a fucking quarterback that I know is going to be a quarterback for 5-6 years from now. And that's the same way I feel about head coaching. I'm tired of all this coaching bullshit nonsense. If he takes us to the playoffs, I say give him the extension. Because if you get rid of Dennis Allen, you basically get rid of Reggie McKenzie. Then we're going to have to bring in a new general manager and do all this shit all over again. I don't want to deal with that shit. So if Dennis Allen can take us to the playoffs, even though I don't like him, if he takes us to the playoffs, extend this nigga's contract. But that's just me. Now, if Dennis Allen goes 4-12, 3-11, 3-13, kick him out the fucking door. You know what I'm saying? All right, Lunar Boy _mob asks, were you watching Cartoon Network? In the video that I did with the asking the questions, in the background, Cartoon Network was playing. So yes, I was watching Cartoon Network. The reason why is when I go to sleep, I always turn it to Adult Swim. I have to watch Adult Swim. I mean, what the fuck? Sorry, I just saw somebody walking past my driveway. But, fuck, what was I talking about? Oh, but yeah, I like watching Adult Swim. So, and when you're watching Adult Swim at night in the morning, it turns into Cartoon Network. So, yes, technically I was watching that, but not really. All right. All right, he has that. Hunter Gitman. Like I said, I apologize. What was your favorite moment of all time? So when you guys looking at me, a fan from 2003 through 2014, there's not a lot of great moments. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to talk about, great moments, before I was a fan. So I'm going to talk about the greatest moment to me. My greatest Raider moment was in 2010, the first time we ever beat the San Diego Chargers. Because, like I said, becoming a fan in 2003, from all the way through 2009, the Chargers were whooping our ass. I got tired of it, and I went to school, and all the Charger people would just go like, fuck the Raiders, man. We whoop your ass all the time. Charger fans would just laugh at us. And they just spank our asses, and there were nothing we could do with it. They would just bend us over and spank our asses constantly. In 2010, in Oakland, I remember where I was in that game. I was at my grandma's house. I was watching the game, and I forgot who did the sack. I think it was Michael Huff, but Phillip Rivers drops back, hits his hand, Tyvon Branch picks it up and takes it to the house. I was yelling and screaming. My grandma had to come in and tell me to be quiet. I was excited, and I almost started crying because there was times I thought we're never going to beat the Chargers. We're never going to be able to do it. So the first time we ever beat the Chargers was probably the greatest Raider moment I've ever witnessed. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. All right, almost done here. I got a few more questions, like 2 more. Hold on. Yeah, I got 2 more questions. All right, Ivan Passos, like I said, I apologize if I can't say it right. Do you think Darren McFadden can finally pull through and go a full season with no injuries, since he will be sharing the backfield with MJD? I don't hate on Darren McFadden. I know Darren McFadden could be good if he wasn't injury prone, but I think I see him. How many games? I see him missing 8 games because of an injury. Even though he's sharing the backfield with MJD and they won't have a lot of pressure to put on McFadden, I see him getting injured, and I think he'll be injured 8 games or more. That's just me. I don't think, like I said, I'm hoping everything for Darren McFadden. I hope nothing happens to Darren McFadden, but I see him missing some games. I see him missing at least 8. But that's just me. All right. The last question I'm going to do from the Airhead 76. Have you ever been to a Raider game? And if so, what was your first? I've been to 3 football games. All of them have been in San Diego at Qualcomm Stadium, and I hate that fucking stadium. I hate going there. I hate seeing the fucking powdered blue all over the place. But the only reason why I go there is to watch the Raiders. Every game I went to, we lost. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, every time I went there, we lost. But I've never been to O.co, and I want to go to O.co. And I've asked my parents so many times, can I go to O.co? But they're like, why don't we go to San Diego? You know, it's closer to where we live at. But my dad told me, I said, Dad, if we make the playoffs and there's a playoff game in Oakland, your ass is taking me. And he's like, okay. The reason why he said it like that is because he doesn't think we're never going back to the playoffs. So I'm hoping the Raiders make the playoffs and a playoff game is in Oakland, and I will get in my dad's face like your ass is taking me to Oakland, bro. I don't care if we fly, drive, or whatever, we going to Oakland. So I will be going to an Oakland Raider game eventually in my life, but I don't know when. But I'm hoping it's a playoff game. All right. I think I went through all the questions. I think I did. Comment below if I didn't get to you, but I think I got everybody. Now, I'm going to give a shout out to Mr. Mojo King on Instagram. He asked me the best question out of all these questions. The reason why I didn't put it in this video is because I want to talk about it in another video. So to you, man, the next video I made will be answering your question. He asked me, how did I become a Raider fan? And it's going to take a long ass time for me to talk about that. So I will put that in another video. Thank you, Mr. Mojo King on Instagram, for asking me that question. And, you know, I will do it in another video. You asked me the best question by far. Thank you. And I will shout you out in the video that I do that sorry, I'm fucking mumbling. How I became a Raider fan, because my dad is a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan. My sister is a Dallas Cowboys fan. My mom doesn't watch football like that. There are about 4 Raider fans in my family, and they don't even watch football like that. I have 2 cousins who are fans of the Raiders, but they really don't know who's on the team. I have another cousin who's a fan of the Raiders, but has never watched the Raiders actually play. And I have, he's not my grandfather, but he's my step-grandfather, and he was a big Oakland Raider fan. But the thing is, his memory's kind of going, so he doesn't remember a lot. So as of right now, I'm the only like diehard Raider fan in my family that I can think of, unless I got other family. So I will be talking about how I became a Raider fan, which was in 2003. I will talk about that in the next video. Thank you, Mr. Mojo King from Instagram. Big shout outs to you. All right, this has been part 2. Peace out, Raider Nation. I'm gone. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Raider Nation.